Greetings. It's your boy Coop Days, man, and this is the Coop's World Podcast. I got something very special for y'all today, man, to speak on. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, please click on the support button on my link to keep the podcast going. If you support the movement, the strategies we have to connect with my audience globally, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep that going. Today's episode is called 9 to 5 Worries. There's 24 hours in a day, y'all. And it just seems like no matter how much time you get off, it's never enough time because you're forced in an enslaved situation. Think about that for a moment. You got 24 hours. It's making you choose. Do you spend time with your family or do you get well and get rested for the week ahead to come and work? And it shouldn't be like that, man. We need, as people, to figure out ways to make income without going through the system. That's gems for you, man. Without going through the system, it just seems like everything is designed to wear, tear, and break you down. You start working from the age averagely, on an average from like 15, some people into their 70s, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at what cost? At what cost are you working? Your freedom, your happiness, your joy, all of that is being thrown out there. You don't get enough time to really enjoy and live life because you're constantly working trying to pay the next bill. And it's like we as a society need to get creative and come up with ways to create income for we can work on our own time. Be your own king, be your own queen, be your own boss. People are so frustrated now, man. They're lashing out violently on people. It's making people want to fight. It's causing, breakups potentially in marriages and relationships. Everything in every aspect, you could look at it in that way. Like, so what does it come down to? What can we do? Again, it all falls down to number one, prayer, because we at end times right now. There's a war going on out there spiritually that we don't see, and every single angle, it allows the devil to come in and shake things up. And that's all this is, on top of our crisis that we're living in right now with the COVID-19s, the high unemployment rate, you name it. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry, I had to let that breathe for a moment. You got people putting unnecessary pressure on each other, your bosses at work and whatnot. You trying to do your job, and on a regular day, your boss might tell you to do something. You're like, all right. Well, now it's like, do something. You like, hold on. But you don't mean to react violently. And next thing you know, y'all at each other's necks. The job is not done. It's catastrophic. Everybody's mad. When it come down to families, it's forcing families to be divided. And I almost feel like that's what they want right now. They don't want unity anymore. They want us to be divided amongst each other. Because they want to keep us busy. People are so busy on their phones and work that the unity lacks right now in a family environment. Children grow up messed up because they didn't get the proper nourishment, potentially. They didn't get the love. They didn't get the attention. So that's how you create the murderers and all the other negativity that forms in a child in their developmental process. So it's like, when you stop and you look at them facts, what kind of government do we have, bro? Where they make us slaves. It's modern day slavery. And then you look at the type of jobs that are out there. You got the construction workers working hard. You got the nurses, the doctors. You got EVS, environmental service aid. That's like janitorial work. These people are working their fingers to the bone to be able to just live. So think about that. You're working to death to live, but in the process of working to death to live, you're losing life because you're not able to enjoy your life because it's this consistent thing of I have to work. And it's just all a system at the end of the day, man. A big ass system to entrap you, to take away your focus from what life is. You see, if you're working a lot, man, you don't got the time to look at the sky and realize it's blue. The sun is bright, it's warm on you, or it's even cold outside, or or anything outside nature oriented, you're too wrapped up in your day-to-day work tasks to realize the beautiful scenery in the earth that we live in, even down to animals outside. It's like, damn, bro, what kind of situation is this? Do you have answers? Do we have answers? That's what we gotta ask ourselves. Something must be done. Something has to happen. One of us need to stand up for the entire US of A and come up with a creative strategic plan to self-employ. But see, there's a catch-22 because we need workers for everything. We need people to run the hospitals. We need people to run fast food chains. So I wouldn't say to a degree we cancel everything, but at least a good proportion, we come up with a solution to at least help some people, because some people just have to do it. Some people have to work the regular jobs for we can maintain the lives that we are living. But we can still have balance, and that's what it lacks in the 9 to 5. Lack of balance. Family values go out the window because of frustration. We irritated. We just want to be left the fuck alone. Everybody's irritated, man. You can't even say good morning without getting a weird stare. People are holding their heads. I'll be the first one to tell you at my job, man. I see things that happen. I see how people were 2 months ago versus right now. You know what I'm saying? It changes people. It breaks people. You know what I'm saying? When you talk broken is just something that's unfixable. But in this case, this could be fixed. We just need solutions. I'm not going to make this a super long episode because it's straight to the point. But at the end of the day, man, it's just something we got to look into deeply. It's like mental health to an extent, because during mental health, there are things that need to be looked at and put into place to live a peaceful life. And I just feel us as a country, us as a world, we are not safe right now mentally. Everybody's mental health is at risk. It's high voltage, high electricity, you know what I'm saying? Static shock. That's what it is. We need to figure something out. Me personally, I'm a musician, I'm a producer, I have merch. I just try to find ways to get my peace and balance it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, you name it. We all have responsibilities. We all have things that need to be taken care of. We all have things that we need to do, but we still have to live. There's no way you can work a 9 to 5 without worrying, because it comes with sacrifice. And everything comes with sacrifice, but we have to sacrifice within reason. Our government, they need to get it together, man. It got me stuttering because I'm like shook up like soda pop over this, bro. Like, we need to figure something out. We burnt out as a society right now. And the only thing we can do is call for backup with the already tired staff that we have as workers in this world. Everybody has been brainwashed to think they have to work 40 to 90 hours a week to get by, where there's so many hustles you can look into. We're in a time and age where you can use Google. You can Google hustles, man. There's so many things. You can work from home. You can create clothes. You can put money into marketing. There's so many things we can do. You know what I'm saying? To bring joy amongst our family, us as a whole, come together, you know what I'm saying? Be happy as a family, be able to travel, do the things we need to do, and love each other. Versus, oh, daddy's going to work. Oh, mommy's not here. Then when you look at it from the family perspective, kids need attention too, man. Kids play sports. Kids have after school activities, competitions that back in the day, we as parents take pride in going to. So if we're overworked and we too tired, it makes you choose between giving your kid attention, spending time with your family, because you too burnt out. You too You should be putting your priorities in order with your family, but you're too worried about how tired you're gonna be tomorrow for work. And I find myself guilty of it too. Balance. Like I said, I'm a musician, so I want to go rap sometimes, but I'm too tired. I know I gotta rest. I'm gonna be dead for work. I want to go hang with my mama and my brother, but you know what? I gotta rest for work, or I'm spread too thin. Your average people got 1 to 2 jobs, some 3. I did the 3 jobs thing before, and it is like you literally sleep like an hour in between jobs, and it shouldn't be like that. So all I gotta say, man, is thank you for tuning in. If you have any input, definitely tap in. We have a segment, a section in my podcast where you can leave input. There's questions, there's polls. Tap in, like I said, hit that support button, man. Support your boy, support the movement of Coops World podcast, and let's all work together, man. Leave your input. Input matters, content matters. We talking about real stuff right now. Leave your input, and maybe we can all come together. Maybe we can petition. You never know. You never know till you try. But leave your input on what you think and how you think creatively we could come up with ways to make income without sacrificing our free time of our loved ones and all of the above. This is Coop Days of the Coops World podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah.